Black Swan Media Studios, deep inside a secret underground bunker. We're speaking to freedom-loving patriots from all around the country and the world. Welcome to the Resistance. This is John Crump, live.
Yes, it is. Broadcasting to my news channel. Sir Rich, back there. I need the thumbnail. Email me the thumbnail so I can throw up on my news channel. I figure this is a big, momentous occasion. This is the second round of the JSD Invitational for a bunch of prize money, and you're going to see some of the most talented 3D print artists in the world on here. So I'm going to introduce to you my co-host. Usually we only do this on John Crump Live, but we're doing it on John Crump News. Plus, you need a live stream on your news channel for the algorithm, or you take a hit. And I've tested that out, and it is 100% true. So you need to do at least one live stream. You need to do. I haven't figured out the one live stream. I know, but I haven't figured out the minimum required amount of shorts, but I am working on that. So we're going to be doing.
I think the minimum amount is one pair of shorts, and you got the thumbnail in your inbox.
All right. So we're going to be doing this. Well, you used to owe me a Putang Clan shirt. So
the Gun Bunny shirt, yeah, that was packed in my suitcase to bring to Iraq veteran.
Rich does. I thought I was getting homework already. I was about to scribble stuff down. What's up, boys?
No, Bob gave it to me like a year ago.
Well, Christmas.
Worst case scenario, yeah. Worst at Oaks, when we all end up in Oaks in December, I'll hit you up, John.
All right.
So wait, this is worldwide? Is that what you just said? This is broadcasting on what?
News, man. Worldwide. Yeah, we do. We have actually we have some Europeans on the show. They would argue that they're not Europeans, but we have viewers from Scandinavia, and we have
Richard Monder doesn't count.
And we have viewers from the United Kingdom.
Wow, that's impressive. That was a great intro.
Reaching a little bit into it. All right, let's explain what's going on for the people who don't know. There's something called the JSD Invitational, which have like some of the
which
best
I wasn't invited to.
Dude, I see Danny Meatballs out there. Warhammer. There's some Bing Goon out there. I'm just joking. Goon Beam. But yeah, there's like Danny Meatballs out there, some bars out there. There's a lot of really good builders that are watching the show right now. And this is a championship for those guys. When I say builders, I'm not talking about, people that put together an AR. I am talking about people that actually 3D print their firearms, and there's some awesome designs. And
you can't even see my AR. It's so small.
So how many people are left?
So we were down to 8, and was our first casualty. Whoop whoop! Trophy Trout was the first casualty of the quarterfinals. He went out.
Trophy Trout, who won last week on this show. So who took him out?
Last week on this show, I don't remember. Oh, last night I print shit. IPS.
Trophy
Trout off last night. The first match of the quarterfinals. Yeah.
A friend in the show. So he comes on the show every.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. There was a secret gun catter meeting in California. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it.
I don't. I just assume we can't talk about anything unless John.
But IPS was out there.
Yeah.
I'm looking around if there's anything I'm not supposed to talk about. I think I'm good.
Dude, you still talk about it on live stream. Okay, don't tell anyone, and you hold it up, and there's like 3,000 people watching.
Bob, is this okay to show?
That's Rich.
I'm not the boss of you, Rich. Somebody should be, though. We got to get somebody to be in charge of Rich.
Dude, I made a.
Yeah, she's just not here right now. That's all.
No, I made a mistake. I paid Rich for the whole year, and he's like, "F it."
But you need shows and stuff? Shows and thumbnails?
I can fire your daughter, though.
Yeah, you can fire my daughter. And in fact, I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. I'll give you back all of the tusk.
No, your daughter took cash.
Yeah, she's the smart one.
Yeah, so I hired Rich's daughter. So Rich's daughter is now working for me part time on one of my
that's
other
pretty cool.
projects.
So that's a lot of influence you have over Rich, huh?
Yeah,
You should be able to control him, I think, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. 2/3 of my family works for John.
Well, we already we know his wife's texting you, so or
get
your wife's
control over
texting
her.
him. Yeah.
All right, you ready to jump into this stuff?
Yeah, guys, let's get our X versus Y, right? The voting is going to be 15
Boom.
minutes. Rich is about to be shocked. Did you already put him up? Well, we didn't start the voting yet. We'll look at
Do you
the
want to
Rich?
do a okay before we start?
Yeah.
Well, dude, we're broadcasting on like 15 different YouTube channels.
Yeah, we got to do a YouTube poll on one of them. I don't care which one, whichever one.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, we'll have to do it on John's channel. John, do you know how to do a YouTube poll?
Yes,
We can do it on
Okay.
Fine, Rich. I can force him over there. But we're also going to have a Twitter one.
Can you actually?
And I don't think you can't time a YouTube one. So we'll let the Twitter 15-minute clock decide when we end the YouTube poll. Does that make sense? Yeah.
You can do a YouTube poll in the chat. Oh, hold on. I got a Twitch account. I got like 15 YouTube accounts. I should go in as a bean goon. Oh,
Dude, I am looking at these.
15 YouTube accounts. I got.
And I'm like dead heating in my brain. I'm like, I want both.
All right, dude. I have no idea how to do a YouTube poll.
So the Y, that one, they
Rich, how do I do a
Cerakoted the
YouTube poll?
slide.
Good. What'd you say, John?
How do I do a YouTube poll?
I did one the other night, but I'm not going to be able to see those controls because I'm in yours. I think it's in the upper right. You have to be watching it in YouTube. I don't think you can add it through StreamYard.
Well, I'm not trying to add it through StreamYard. All right, so I got to go to. We're limited, awesome. So I got to go to the actual YouTube.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I can't see it. All I can see is participants pop out chat, but it's either at the top of the chat reel, a little menu, little 3 dots, or it's at the bottom.
Oh, I got it right here. Okay.
Thanks. KM3 Solutions. Yeah, that slide is Cerakoted.
Yeah, that's wow. I'm in love with both.
The guys both did a good job.
Yeah.
Really nice work.
So it looks like the one on the right has a mag extension on it, which is cool.
Yeah, both of these are brand new photographs from last week. Both of these guys only got 3 new photos. So all contestants that made it to the quarterfinals that were competing this week were allowed to, make minor modifications if they wanted to, or just take new photographs with different add-ons, right? So the rules was that the frame had to be able to be just print one file, print a frame, and put the JSD Supply 19.2 3D hardware kit in it and make a gun, but they were allowed to add other stuff, right? So you see a light, a red dot, see a red dot on Crons. They both have magazines. They both got that.
Oh, you said who it was.
Yeah. So this is oh shit, yeah, that's Cron and KM3D. I think mostly everybody knows.
Say that.
Well, I'm pretty sure the comment that's on
Everybody knows.
Answering Rich's questions has been hanging out there for a while.
I'll take that off.
Dude, sorry, I've been busy trying to figure out how to do the poll, but now I know how to do it. So, and I put
I
X
don't
in
really
it.
care anymore.
Vote for X or
I
vote for X.
mentioned it last night too.
All right.
That's fine. Well, this is how it's gonna show.
So yeah, dude, I really like it. You know what's getting good? The photography.
Yeah, the photography is kicking ass. Both of those are looking good. I'll tell you. So definitely on the right, I like the 2 tones. The lighter tan for the grip, the darker tan for the slide, and for the mag extension.
We're just supposed to be in judging on the design, right?
Well, I think it's everything. I mean, that's my
Whatever
interpretation.
you want. There you go. But I will say both of these look like factory frames. And I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't look like they came out of a 3D printer. They don't look
There's no glongs here, right?
No, but what I'm saying, like, I could see these being marketed.
Yeah, if either one of those showed up in a promotion email from some website or some manufacturer, you're absolutely right. Neither one of them would I be like, I think that might be it. You're absolutely right. They both look production level or ready for mass adoption. I agree.
So what I like that the slide.
Good.
Oh, sorry. I like that the slide sets off the barrel. So on the Y, that's cool. You got brown slide, black barrel. That's cool. It shows off the window. On the left, I like the window slide. I like the revelation slide, but you're not really getting that contrast there. Don't get me wrong. I'd be happy with both, either.
Yeah, there's a couple different. Let's talk about the mag wells because both went in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
One went where if the mags get stuck, you can rip it out. So that's more of a battle boring gun, I would say. And the one X, that would be one that I would run in competition because of the flared mag well. But I think it's an interesting contrast.
Yeah, and I don't know which side of the fence I fall on either. I mean, because I've done both of those things.
They're just total opposites of each other.
And there was a time in my life where I just said, and I've seen pistols, right? I've seen other ones. There's been times in my life where somebody showed me something or showed me something in the range that had some type of cutouts to rip a stuck magazine out. And I said, well, I wouldn't have told them. I wouldn't have said, well, I don't need that because that's never going to happen to me. But now, as the years have gone on and I've shot enough, it has happened to me. But I still have mostly the funnel type that's on X. But I definitely see and have had have had to jam fingernails up inside that mag well and try to rip a magazine that was stuck with a double feed. I'm talking about, especially when a round gets standing up and the back drags into the feed lip. I have had that happen and had some difficulty. So you're right, two different purposes, different directions, but both very functional.
Yeah, and why?
Let's start the voting.
Well, okay, let's start the voting.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, we will talk forever. I just realized it was 5:21 already.
All right. So right now, we have the voting going on John Crump Live and also on Twitter. If you go to JSD Supply on Twitter, you can vote through their online poll. And we'll see who wins here. I mean, this is dude. I honestly I have not voted because
I gotta go to YouTube's to vote.
You can go to YouTube or Twitter
or the Twitters. All right, let me grab a computer to vote on.
Yeah, it's all live. So it's live on both. Oh my goodness, this is so.
So how do we combine the results?
I'll give them to Bob the numbers.
Yeah, I math them. I'm watching mostly.
Yeah,
you can do math.
Way, which, I mean, barely. I got a calculator.
You know what I noticed about both?
What's that?
The lines, the lines on the frames almost line up with the lines on the slide.
Well, that was part of it, is to integrate the frame and the slide.
These guys got the assignment. Yeah, it was to vibe is the word I used. Yeah, actually, that first email only had like 5 objectives, and one of them was the overarching goal. So that's what I wanted, man. Yeah. I have one of these printed already. I stuffed the rip supports off, but I don't know if I'm happy with the color. I ordered some more filament.
So my tack knife TK Pro line broke like after a day.
What? Where's mine?
It's on fire.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it comes off the track, Did you just give it a good whack like that, and then
Yeah,
trap it, and it'll be back on?
I've been whacking it.
You've been whacking it? Yeah. All right. Good to know.
It's definitely off the track, but it's not going.
Dude, I don't think I'm gonna vote.
Oh, there it goes. I got it back on the track. That shouldn't happen though. My microtext have never done that.
I don't know if I'm gonna vote on this.
I haven't voted yet. I almost said whack it earlier when we were talking about the magwells because I have done that. Like had one. I don't use that magwell anymore, but had one that I wasn't even able to get my fingers in once and just had to give up. I basically lost all my points for that stage. But I took it over to the safe table and dropped the mag out and just blasted it, the front of it, off of the table to get the magazine to jog loose.
Yeah, dude, this is so freaking hard.
I think I'm just not going to vote. I voted earlier, last week.
I gotta watch the polls, so I have an idea what I'm gonna do.
Seriously, I'd be printing all of these. So, is there a discount on like a 5 or a 10 pack of the 3D printing kits?
I don't think. Well, we did just start one code. I don't even know if anybody's used it yet. Sabar has an experimental code that's 3% off any amount, any quantity, free shipping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3% code Sabar, SABR, and hopefully it works and does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you could use that for your 10 pack, I guess. That ended up being a lot of money if you're ordering a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I'm loving on all these. Oh, that's so hard.
Is there any more breaking news tonight? I was watching the UPS
Nothing we can talk about yet.
Okay.
There's a big one I'm working on. This is gonna be a few more days because that's my like biggest article. Like,
well, I didn't know the UPS thing, and I didn't get a video. I was in meetings all morning, so I wasn't able to get a video done.
Yeah, that's interesting, right?
Because I've gotten calls. Actually, I told you about the call FFL gave me about UPS recently, like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else has covered it besides me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you shared the story with a number of us.
Yeah, I shared the story with 4 people. I mean, I'll get picked up. I mean, probably hit tomorrow. Usually happens.
Can we just change the code from Sabar to Mexican ballistics?
I actually want it to be a longer code, but I think that's as far as Jordan can spell. It's 4 letters.
Ooh,
I'm just kidding.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was not.
Ow.
That is not very nice.
Not fair.
We have suggestion of zooming in on the guns.
That's a hard no from me. I think in the format that I ended up doing it because I struggled so much last week, right? So these are PowerPoints. I don't know that you'll even be able to zoom. So get a bigger screen or Lou, do a pinchy pinch, but we'll give you that one again. And we've got how long? We've got about 9 minutes left.
What's at the bottom of the magazine printed there?
That's a personal type identifying, hey, I made this from the individual that made that.
So did they print the magazine as well?
Maybe the floor plate.
They could have.
Yeah, of course they didn't print the spring.
Yeah, they could have.
Well, let's see if he'll tell me.
Is that floor plate printed? That is so pretty.
I saw him in the comments.
All right, I asked the creator of X, or I asked X, let's say. I asked X if he printed the floor plate.
Yeah, okay, let's examine this a little bit more. What optics on there?
Looks like he did a Cerakote job on that also.
Looks like a Trigicon. Right. That's an
That-
actual RMR.
Well, that's what I thought. I'm like, that's expensive for 3D printed firearm. Here's the Streamlight TLL 1HL, which is what I run on my my VP9. And some Glocks too. I really like that light.
All right, so I've been staring at this for a couple of minutes. I just noticed he's got the same. So in his chest rig there, he's got the same mags as are in the gun in the chest rig. That's cool.
It is that 3D printed, not the mags, but the little.
The extension looks like it's printed. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
You can see some layer lines in it. That's pretty cool. Now, do you think that base plate, the base plates of the one in the chest rig at least look like they're mag pull ones, but they kind of fit together? I'm very curious about what's going on there.
Yeah. I don't think the base plates are printed.
I think the extension is not the base plate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The extension is definitely printed. Oh, yep. And yes, the extension is printed. So you got that right. Which is amazing. That's a clean print, man. That's a very clean print. Now, did you sand that down? John,
no, I see some layer lines in there, and I'm not. I'm just saying they exist. I'm not saying they're bad.
Yeah, John Doe, this is a custom frame that someone designed and printed. We are doing the JSD contest for designers here. This is why it's nylon. It's printed in nylon. Dude, you nylon guys haven't gotten into the nylon yet, but I want to get into the nylon, just haven't got into it.
Well, I got the new print head for my Ender, the Spider, and I got the nylon for the AUG project.
Yeah, I haven't even gone that far yet.
Which
look at the front of that. Look at the front of that.
Yeah, right? the meat cleaver part, the meat tenderizer part.
That is badass.
Oh yeah.
These are 3D printed firearms, people, from my news channel. My news channel, not everyone. John Crump Live, 90% of the people are into 3D printing. News channel, probably about 10%.
I don't do a good enough job telegraphing that, right? So I make sure I mention, let everybody know that the hardware, like the slide and all the guts, is JSDSupply.com's 19.2 3D printed combo or parts kit, whatever we call it. But all of these frame files that you're seeing here and that you're going to see for the rest of this competition that you saw prior, if you go to wiki.print2a.com, they have a page set up there specifically for this competition. It also talks about everything you've missed. If us jabbering didn't really give you the information you want, and if you scroll down, it's got an image and the link to download all these files for free if you wanted to print it. And when you first hit that wiki.print2a on that homepage, it has a link to Control Pew's guide. If you've never 3D printed anything or never 3D printed firearms, has a link to his guide as well as some other links to articles talking about filaments and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I should mention that more.
Here's the thing, guys. If you're on my John Crump News channel and not into 3D printing, you might want to consider getting into it. If you live near a micro center, you can print out a coupon. And I just had someone do this for me this weekend, by the way, because they don't want a 3D printer. So I was like, I'll give you the money to print the damn coupon and go get it. It's like one per household. You can pick up a Ender 3, which is the most common printer that is used in 3D printing firearms. And you can pick one of those up for $99.
What?
Yeah, from Microsoft.
Oh my gosh.
What?
$99?
Yep.
Oh, what a screwing I'm getting. It sucks living in Florida. That's the one thing that sucks about living in Florida. There is no micro centers. There used to be
Well,
one in West Palm.
Hank drove by a Micro Center and drove out of his way when he was going somewhere to go get a printer.
But he sold to Patrick.
He sold it to Patrick?
Yep.
Well, how much did she sell it for?
Well, who knows? Maybe he made his gas money back that way.
Yeah, I wish I lived near
No,
a Micro Center. I don't know how often they do
these
that.
aren't open boxed. These are new.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Micro Center, it's just, I mean, you're not going to find it.
Yeah, I think the Micro Center, that $99 deal is better than the open box. Unless you're buying like 5 or 10, then the open box site will hook you up real good.
Yeah. All right. We got, how many do we
2-minute
have?
warning.
2-minute warning. So if you want to vote, you can either vote on John Crump Live, where right now, let's see. Right
I see
now,
62 votes.
62 votes. X has 56% of it. Or on Twitter, where there's 107 votes. Let me refresh to see. Maybe 1 minute left, and there's 55% is voting for Y.
Wow, this
So
is going to be
that's like-
tough.
Yeah, because it's like,
So Y is taking Twitter. X is so now. We're just going to add the total number of votes up. Is that how that works? Because we can't do
Yeah.
percentages. So we're going to have to
Some
say
pretty close
Twitter.
ones. Yeah, work to individual. Yeah. Hand count. I'll see you in like 3 months.
Yeah.
just don't do it overnight.
Store the data in China.
Or you see, between 3 and 5 a.m., you're gonna get
A jump in the count. Yeah, so we have YouTube voting and voting on Twitter at JSD.
Yeah, that is awesome. There's a 2A activist event, an invite only event, like a few minutes away from my house, and I didn't get an invite. And now they just said, "Oh my God, we forgot to send you your invite. Can you make it?" I'm like, dude, it's like they text me. It's like in an hour and a half. No.
From
It's
now?
tonight? It's this evening?
Yes.
Is it at a place I would know where it is?
No.
Oh.
It's at some theater in Arlington. Like Dick Heller's going to be speaking and stuff like that. It's going to be like 3 guys speaking, so I don't care. I'm going to freaking opening game for the Caps, man.
So is that like you'd be available if it wasn't the opening game for the Caps? Is that what you're saying?
Most likely. 0 minutes left. Now we're going to go into the negative minute.
Okay, X
Finally
messaged me
vote.
back, and the floor plate is lasered on the bottom of the mag.
All right, now how do I get the results from the poll? Okay, here we go. So 69 votes. It's 52% for X, 47% for Y.
So you got to multiply that out to figure out how the
Yes, sir.
count of votes.
You want me to do it for you, Bob, or do you got it?
I'll get it.
So
There's like 1% missing too, right?
let's get the
Hate that,
calculator.
YouTube rounds it. It always comes out to, right? Am I crazy? It always comes out to.
Oh yeah,
99.
you're missing 1%.
Yep.
That's kind of effed up. So where did my calculator pop to? Oh, I'll use my phone.
Mm. Can't be right. You said 69 votes, right?
69 votes on YouTube.
69 votes. 52X47Y.
Right.
So I got 36 votes for X, if that works out. Let me write this down.
And the way the percentages work ends up being 36-33, I think. Rich, you can go ahead and double check me.
Yeah.
Oh, get that out of there. And the tweeter.
Yep.
Here is 129.
While they are counting this, they get the 30 arms. I know. I'll just let them count. While they are counting this, I just want to say both of these designs are freaking incredible. This is probably the closest I have been where I could not actually. No. 3D arms. Keep on doing it. Doing it good. And you can see this in the votes. The votes made it very close as well. But once they confirm the results, we will say who is moving on. But good job. Can we say who made these?
Well, I think now we can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and I already did say it once. Yeah, this is X is KRRAWN. That is Quran. And Y
Who is out there in the audience?
Yes, he was kind enough to grace us with his presence. And Y is KM3D Solutions, or I think KM3 Solutions, right? Firearms.
Who is also out there watching.
Yeah,
and they're both cool guys, both cool cats, and they both did a wonderful job. But the winner is, hold on, I gotta get it. Do I have a drum roll? Maybe not. I guess I don't have a drum roll. Okay, the winner is Bob.
What?
The winner is,
I'm scared that my math is wrong. It's Y, right? It's Y.
yes, it is.
Barely. KM3D.
So KM3D moves on. Kron, you are eliminated.
Wow.
The tribe has voted you out.
Yeah,
Please hand in your torch.
Both were killer.
That is as close as it's been. I can't wait to get my hands on both of them, man.
I didn't vote because they're both so good.
Yeah, when I saw these designs come out, and there's a couple brackets that were like that from the first 16. When I saw these two, I think, man, that sucks at some point, right? There's no way they're going to make it to the final together. Yeah, these are both.
I mean, that could have been that. Honestly, that could have been the final right there.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking what, 7 points difference between the two, if my math is right. That's stupid close.
Yeah.
Very close. I mean, the good news is everybody won money. Now Jordan owes Kron $100, and KM3D is getting at least $400. Crap! I can't see that.
And while we're taking a little break in between, I'm going to put.
Are we doing another round, or is this it?
No, that's it. There's just one. Yeah, one per night. Yeah.
Okay, why we are doing that, I want to show you guys something really, really cool. Over on, it's not a Black Swan anymore. Black Swan's dead.
Let's go.
RIP. But so I did have some t-shirt designs, and I did want to move them somewhere. And these were designed for me by Frag Out Designs, and it's on my spread shop. I'm going to put the link out there. But yes, this is his custom design shirts right here, and check this out.
That's crazy. Love that design,
dude. It's badass design.
I wonder what else he has. I probably should have watched the rest of the show. I wonder what else Frag Out Designs has in his his digital junk drawer, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Because didn't he say he had this made for a while, or it was like
he said he had the Statue of Liberty hanging out.
I just got this laying around, so I pulled it out and stuck it in the middle of a John Crump seal. Yeah, that's incredible.
You can have this. And we have some magazines that are coming in that I'm going to be doing for charity.
So this is, let's see, is that it?
There it is.
Yeah.
That's the design.
That's waiting for me to pick up at Safety Harbor Firearms. So I got one of Frag Out's, oh, I'll do it now. I got one of Frag Out's uppers and lowers. So I think I'm going to get that two-tone Cerakoted.
I can't tell what that design is in there. Well, between from the screen through the camera to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's what do you call it? Why can't I think of what it's called? Paisley. It's like a paisley.
Oh, that's pretty.
All right. So Bob, how many people are left now? 7? 6?
No, there was 8 yesterday. We went down to 7. Tonight we knocked another one off. Is there 6? Yeah, there's 6. You're right. There's a matchup.
6 remaining.
What's today? Wednesday. Tomorrow night out of
Wednesday.
battery, we'll knock somebody else off. And then Friday night, we'll knock one more person off. Yeah, so by end of Friday night, we'll only have 4. Moving on to next week.
Yeah, that is freaking dope, man. I saw Sabar say dope, so I had to say it.
Allegedly.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Allegedly.
Sabar's my boy, man.
Sabar's the best. Thank goodness. He'll be with me Friday night too. We're doing the last of the quarterfinals on my channel at 9 o'clock Eastern on Friday. But I think Sabar agreed to show up and
get a little Butang action.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sabar is the man. I love Sabar.
So is this the last competition, JSD competition on our channels here?
I think so. Unless you want to do a late night next week. I think the semifinals and the finals we're doing Thursday, Friday night at 9 o'clock.
We could do a late night. I don't
more.
care.
See, I didn't volunteer you for that.
Yeah, so basically, so I got hit up again by another person that's trying to invite me to a thing.
Did you say, hey man, Capitals opening night?
Yeah, no, if I would have known, I probably would have gone.
Why don't you ask how much they're paying? That's what I'd ask. I charge more for an emergency call.
Did you ask what kind of swag you get?
Had a plumber when the room's actually filling with water, right? When you have a room that's about to flood,
right.
Or something like that, or the middle of winter when you have no hot water, or the last toilet in the house isn't working. Yeah, there's always extra money for an emergency call. Be like, well, yeah, I could be there probably an hour, but it's going to cost you double.
I'm not sure what Polar Knight's comment means.
What did it say?
It says, why do you still have hair? You're messing with my OCD. Do like at John Crump, go bald.
I think he meant I think he's talking about me and wants me to go bald like you guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would assume there was supposed to be the word rich in between there. With my,
I just want to let you know.
Rich does at John Crump, go bald.
Not a native speaker, but freaking can speak English better than I can.
Sabar, who was born here. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But this contest is really cool, and I love how it's.
I like what's come from it. I like the fruits of this labor.
Yeah,
I definitely want to print all this stuff.
Yeah, good thing for I'm paying my invoice for Frag Out Design, and good thing he sent it to me because it went to my spam.
Oh shoot!
I'm surprised how many. At least Gmail I think has gotten pretty terrible with the filtering. I can't believe how many things I order that end up in my promotions. I mean, I've learned to go look for it, but it's kind of crazy.
I don't want to go down the conspiracy hole, but Gmail is also biased as to what goes in, spam or, not in your main account. So, John, we got a couple minutes left. Can we talk about UPS?
Sure.
So, all right, two things. One, I was kind of contemplating. So, am I a bad guy if I have an idea to do a quit-a-thon for PayPal and give swag out to people for a quit? The next question is, would I be accused of bullying, and would YouTube terminate my channel?
Oh, you talking about like what they did to JM4 Tactical when they complained about AT&T?
Oh, well, that's a little different, but see,
No, but the company claimed bullying. AT&T.
yeah, they pulled the video down. But I'm wondering, so here's the problem. Am I that much of a pussy that I'm worried about losing my YouTube channel and not just letting it fly? And is there a chance I would lose my YouTube channel if I said, hey, let's do a PayPal quit-a-thon, and I'll reach into my bag of 2A swag and send everybody something that quits PayPal?
Can I show? I don't know, but why are you doing that? I'm going to show the magazines that I got that are coming to my house that I'm going to be selling for the Cub Scouts.
So the profits for the magazines are going to the Cub Scouts?
Correct.
I don't
The
think you can
profits
say
for the
that.
magazine is probably everything.
And so if you guys didn't watch John Crump News, there's a story about UPS wanting FFL's data, basically. Like, hey, we have the right to request your data within 5 days, and none of your business what we're doing with it.
Well, we have the right to request any data we see fit. We have the sole discretion and unlimited power to request any data. You have to give it to us, including invoices, order information on guns, anything that they want.
Or accessories.
Or accessories too. Gun-related products. Where you ship them to and everything else. So this is, they're probably going to be about 25, which is a little bit high. But for the laser work and everything else, and the fact that it's going to the Scouts, and that's probably around 25 shipped. I gotta.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That is so good.
Rich, you get one for free.
Yay!
I'll be buying yours or whatever. So we're getting that, and there's going to be a couple limited metal mags.
Very cool.
Oh, that would look nice on aluminum. I have I forget who makes them. I have 5 or 6 different colors of aluminum AR magazines. It would look gorgeous if he's doing some aluminum.
I don't know what the mag project is, Sabar. So when you buy one, it's not going to me. The profits are not going to go into my pocket. It's going to go to the Cub Scouts, because the Cub Scouts have given a lot to my family. The Cub Scouts, we found basically a second family with the Cub Scouts. I know that sounds kind of cheesy and whatnot, but we definitely have found a second family with the Cub Scouts. The guys from the Cub Scouts are just amazing people, in my pack at least. The families are all very, very close together, and yeah, I mean it's great. So right now with COVID, it's been very, very hard. Everything's getting back to normal now, but it's still hard. I'm going to also, if you want to buy popcorn or just donate cash, you can do that. I do a lot for charity and a lot for charity work, and this is something that I find really, really important. And then we will be doing another toy drive starting November 1st, and that will be for buying toys for kids with cancer in hospitals. So we're going to do different hospitals We did New York. We're probably going to do Virginia this year. Then we're going to do probably Florida next year, Rich. So you got to get ready to turn in the toys to Children's Hospital, where we'll be giving the kids toys that are in the hospital, and also for like the Ronald McDonald House or whatnot or whatever. I don't know. Maybe not the Ronald McDonald House, but we're also going to be getting stuff for families. I don't know. I just feel that our community can do good, right?
Oh yeah.
Gun people, or in last year it was amazing. We did it last year we did it like the last minute thing, and we put like all these items on the list, right? And then Mr. Snow contacted me like on the second day, and he said, "Hey man, it's empty." I was like, "What's empty?" He's like, "Your list." I was like, "No man, there's like 1,000 items on there." I went and looked, it was empty, so we had to go back
Oh
and
no
check,
way.
make it like unlimited quantities. But I was like, "Holy crap!" They bought like $5,000 worth of stuff in like 2 days. So I want to beat that this year.
That's amazing. The John Crump toy drive. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, so we're gonna do another John Crump toy
That's
drive.
incredible.
I think you bought some stuff last year.
Me? Probably not. I may have. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sometimes I just
'cause
spend money. I started doing it probably when
Yeah, I'm
when
pretty
your
sure
Cub
you
Scout
did.
thing started. Like I've just started. If I have money in my bank account and somebody's doing a fundraiser that's something, I mean, something that I know a little bit about that helps either communities or kids learn something I think they should know. I just buy it now.
Brandon, if you just want the mag body, I can remove the inners, and it's not going to be cheaper, unfortunately, 'cause I'm probably just going to throw the inners in a drawer or whatnot. But I will open it up and take out the spring, the followers, and everything. If you want the followers, I guess that doesn't really count, so I can put the follower back in there. But like the spring and base plate, I will take that out. And then maybe I'll list the spring and base plate for sale later on down the road with a special coupon. But yeah. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. So that's a couple of different things coming up. The toy drive starting in November. Hopefully we'll get a lot of toys. And I will film myself going to Children's Hospital, dropping everything off for you guys so you can see what I did with the toys. Because these kids
That's
are
so
terminally
cool.
ill, and they're
Oh.
in the hospital. So over the holidays, which is just sucks. I'm going to try to see if I can get a volunteer Santa Claus to do it.
Dark would make a great volunteer Santa Claus.
No, but I want to get a guy that actually, not with a, with, I want the actual
A beard, real beard.
real beard.
So, all right, I posted my email address, orders@flyingrich.com. If you quit PayPal and want some swag for it, send me an email with your name, address, city, state, zip.
And
So
screenshot?
Yeah, screenshot of, I quit PayPal, which will look like. Let's see. That's my credit card. You probably don't want to see that.
Yeah, we do.
No, you don't. It's not going to help you. Where's the screenshot? Here it is. Boom. It says PayPal account closed. And I think there's an accompanying email somewhere.
Yeah, so if you do that, you'll get something from Rich.
Yeah, if you forward me, how about we make it easy? Just forward the PayPal my account's canceled, because they'll send you some emails to orders@flyingrich.com, and I'll send you out some 2A swag.
You need to get a Sablar Prince. You need to add. You got that allegedly. You also need the one where he says they're amazing. He wrote it like 3 or 4. I'm sorry, I thought of that like 20 minutes ago, but I saw his comment come apart. And when he says that, right? I feel like he says that in every one of his like Instagram reels. Says they're amazing. It's amazing.
Kind of like, and they'll shoot your dog.
I believe it. It wouldn't matter what it was. Whatever words came before, they're amazing. I'm like, well, I don't know how they could not be. Like, I get goosebumps and I want to see whatever Sabar just told me was amazing. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, so these magazines are gonna be $25 ish. I don't know. I get a flat rate shipping box or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if we cheaper to ship it, but it's all gonna be going to charity. I do.
That's
Man, you know,
what
someone complained that you're always fundraising for some charity stuff. I'm like, of course I am.
Yeah, indeed.
It's not like I'm somebody complained about that. You fundraise for charity too much. What?
That's John's life.
Why would you complain about that, dude? I mean, of course. You don't have to give anything. I mean, I give.
No, you really don't.
You know.
No, there's a lot worse things that tons. I mean, almost everyone else is doing something worse. I guess. I can't believe anyone would complain about that. But that's fine. I guess that's
all the money. All the money I make.
Well,
like everything I make from YouTube, it goes to fucking charity.
And you know what? Here's the whole thing. There's a lot of YouTubers making fat bucks off of doing stuff, and look, if that's your business, I don't have a problem with that.
Dude,
but
I mean, that's fine. It's capitalism, right?
yeah, it's capitalism and all good. But Crumpy, every dollar he makes on social media goes to charity.
Different one.
Other than what he pays me.
What's amazing. That's what's amazing. What you do, Crump.
Dude. No, I mean, I'm
trying to read it in Sabar's voice. I don't do a good Sabar.
I'm sorry. For my my contracting business and stuff like that, I make a pretty good living from minimal amount of work. And then I have other streams of revenue coming in, and my wife's a doctor. That helps.
I want to make sure everybody knows what's going on with PayPal. So over the weekend, they came out with an announcement that if you didn't conform to 1984 Newspeak, they were going to fine you $2,500. So if you spread misinformation or said something they did not like, they were just going to pull $2,500 out of your account. Now, PayPal's hooked up to your bank accounts and credit cards and everything. So, I mean, you could be buying heart medicine and all of a sudden have a negative amount, be overdrawn in your checking account, which is really crazy. They since said, whoa, that was an accident. Which is really easy to do. Once you mess up, you're like, hey, I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. All I got to say is that crap doesn't happen on accident, because C-level execs have to sign off on that stuff. That's BS. I mean, I work or have worked in tech fields where I know the approval chain on this type of stuff. So even though PayPal is no longer conforming to that, I think they need their dick slammed in a door hard. And that people, if you're on PayPal, these are the people you're feeding by having a PayPal account, and you need to terminate your PayPal account. So other woke-topians realize, hey, we better not do this. And that's my speech.
That is a very good speech, Rich.
PayPal is not amazing.
Yeah, and I've used PayPal for a stinkload of things. The fallout for me canceling PayPal is going to happen over a couple of weeks, because there's all sorts of stuff I've used PayPal for. Oh, well, shit's gone.
Yep, probably not a month hasn't gone past. I don't know, the last year, 2 years. They send as many or more ads than the other credit card companies trying to get you to borrow from
PayPal credit card, all that.
Like,
oh yeah,
consolidation type thing. Open it up, and it's like up to whatever $1,000 consolidates your loan. So they, I guess they did a real good job of getting everybody to buy into them. I'm sure there's people that have all of their loans, owe them tons of money, and now they come in and say,
"So
steal all your money."
Here's I had an interesting financial situation a year ago, January. All of a sudden, my amount of money on my credit cards sharply increased. I figured, hey, when I get back to Florida, I'll just do a home equity line of credit and refi because I have 600K equity in my house. I'm like, I'll just, refi like 100 grand, whatever, pay off all this shit. All of a sudden, my credit rating tanked so freaking fast that I was not eligible, even though I had 600 grand, equity in my house. So now they're offering me all sorts of loans. And I'm like, read between the lines. I don't need that crap. Now my credit rating is, mid sevens.
Yeah, there is a Dan Bongino, a line pay.
Yeah, Dan Bongino's doing a lot of, and I don't want to say conservative, but not woke-topian type products. So he's with Rumble. He was with Parler early on. I think he's out of Parler. But yeah, they're doing credit card processing. They're doing a bunch of things. So is a line pay a peer-to-peer type thing like PayPal?
Yeah, it's a PayPal alternative.
Oh, cool. Well, okay then.
I believe so. Maybe not. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I don't really do anything with PayPal. It just kind of sits there.
I've done a lot of stuff with PayPal, and it's gonna hurt, but oh well.
Cash App hates guns. I think they finally figured out. For anybody that's anywhere near guns, I think I had the number 19 someone put in a comment or something one time, and like 3 months later, they shut me off. Venmo hasn't killed me yet, but I don't know what their actual.
I'm sure they're all going to get the woke mind virus and jump in on cancel culture.
Well, you can make a PayPal alternative. You can make a whatever alternative. Freaking shipping companies. I mean, you need millions in capital.
Right. I see we need the Uber of shipping.
Damn it, can be. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier too when we started to touch on it when I was watching your video. So you can't ship guns through the postal service, right? FedEx doesn't want your guns anymore, and UPS requires you to have a certain minimum number of guns that you ship, and they want to have access to
overnight. It has to be next day overnight shipping, which is insane, and
the most expensive.
And you can't ship them on Thursdays. So you have to ship it you can't ship it like Thursday through, well, they're not open Sundays, so you can't ship them Thursday through Sunday basically. So you can ship them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, Stripe is anti-gun also, so you don't want to use Stripe.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, like even if they do, it would be they would definitely say, whatever. They would definitely shut them down somehow. Like,
I don't know. Example, I don't have any emails at orders@flyingrich.com with their PayPal screenshot.
Like the Insta wants me to do stuff with their stuff for guns, which is interesting. So that's cool.
Who?
Insta is a GoPro Insta 360. They're like a GoPro competitor. But their stuff is so nice.
Is it?
Oh yeah. But then they're like, hey, we need some guns.
That's Insta 360 all then.
Yeah, they're a Chinese company though. So I don't think they really care. But yeah. You signed up, right? I sent you the link to sign up. Did you ever hear back, Rich?
Yeah, I haven't heard back if I'm in there, unless I missed the email. So, Bob, just if you talk to the wiki.print2a.com folk, you probably want a link to the JSD product that enables all of these things.
Maybe. I don't know. I think that's
I'm
more
looking
like
around
I
here.
don't know. I don't want to. I don't think they're really trying to commercialize it or whatever. But yeah, we should put something in there.
Yeah, because this way, at least, you know, hey, I can go to JSD and I can get those parts to build those
you're right.
pews.
You're right. I was just excited somebody put all that stuff together because I was thinking that was going to be my
Yeah.
job eventually. And, I'm glad the community stepped up and aggregated, especially all the models. I wanted to be able to have somewhere where if somebody could get, you know, if they saw one of the 16 last week or whatever they saw, they could go get it easily. And I suck at getting that kind of stuff together. So that's gorgeous.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to end the stream here. I want to thank everyone for watching, especially from John Crump News, because you guys don't usually watch this stuff. And yeah, so streaming for the algorithm and also giving JSD some love. Give JSD some love, JSD Supply. You can Google that because I can't say the the .com part. I can't say that.
You can't say the .com. That's weird.
Yeah,
I said that earlier, I think. No, I didn't see them together.
Fine.
Oh, so this is pretty easy. So you can just go to JSD Supply and click on printed frames and boom. There's the 17.2 product, the 19.2 product, the 26.2 product. Before you
go, I don't want to talk about the PR trigger because everyone talks about the PR trigger.
We're not going to talk about the PR trigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just want to say the story that's going to be coming out soon, the PR trigger, I don't think it could. You'll see the PR trigger is not affected by it at all.
There's a future story about not a PR trigger?
About not a PR trigger.
It's not a PR trigger. So it has nothing to do with JSD and the PR trigger. That's what you're saying.
No.
Oh,
PR trigger is still good to go. But I do want to ask about you guys are doing your own serialized frame, right?
Yes. Wait.
Was that a secret?
is that something you're supposed to talk about?
No. I think George is teasing some photographs of it, man. Yeah, I don't.
There's some photographs that were used.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you how close we are.
I did see some photographs on you guys' Instagram page of the serialized frame. So you guys are making your own firearm, and I better have one of those mother effers. I'll pre-order the damn thing. Give me a price. I don't care.
I think it's going to be pretty sweet. I think there's only one other person doing the internals that we're doing. It should have room to put Gen 5 certain parts in it. For instance, if you like the ambidextrous slide stop, if I understand correctly, there is patent or whatever you want to call it, trade dress, whatever the hell it is that Glock has on their Gen 5 ambi slide stop.
The trade dress is, I think, a trade dress is
different.
Trade dress is for if like, let's say, for example, for example, they hold on, let me grab an AK mag. And of course, the AK mag that's close to me, Devin, right here. So, Century Arms tried to sue X-Tech a while ago for a trade dress claim on the magazines because of the waffle pattern, which is insane. But but it's being dropped right now, or it's settled out of court because now Century Arms gonna have to pay X-Tech money, I believe, because on their website it said the waffle grip helps the shooter be able to grip the magazine. And when they try to do a trade dress, they're like, trade dress is for design features only, for like looks. So let's say you did like a skunk, that your magazine looks like a skunk, and the only reason why it looks like a skunk is for design feature, to look good. Then you can put a trade dress on that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't remember why, but at least right now we're going to make room for it, but not include. At least that's the plan. Yeah, I don't know all that I guess what I would classify as semi-lawyer stuff is above my pay grade, but there's going to be room. The trigger that's included and the frame will have room for a Gen 5 side stop to drop into it.
Yeah. Glock does have a bunch of stuff on their Gen 5 stuff. The Gen 3 stuff, the patent's expired, so that's why everyone can make Gen 3 stuff.
So somebody's claiming some swag.
Let's go.
Just got an email.
Good job, Rich.
So, I mean,
Good job, Rich.
does that make
Changing
sense?
the world. Yeah, it did. Yeah, I think it's gonna be under the patent. I don't think we have a name for it yet.
John Heater is right. I think Glock does have to pay some money to SIG.
I thought that when the first time I heard it was, wait a second, that was on the 320 before the 5 came out, maybe even before that, but for sure on the 320 was before the Gen 5. That was what 2017, something like that.
No, the financial plugs are not at the beginning of the streams, but I will say I did buy a bunch of silver, dude. I got I bought like $30,000 worth of silver.
30? Whoa,
Yeah.
I knew you were doing like 21.
Yeah, I did another 9.
Dang.
So that free shipping came in handy because $30,000 in silver is a lot.
Well, that's the problem with. So I'm not going to ask where you're going to put it. I know where you put it.
No, it's going to I'm not storing it myself. It's going to a professional storage company that like, I'm not doing it for like a shit hit the fan moment. I'm doing it because for retirement investments, right? So it's going to be stored in a it's not going to be stored at my house. So I'm not going to have $30,000 in silver in my house. It's going to be stored in a facility that specializes in storing precious metals.
Oh, I figured you had the capabilities to melt it down and make like a sweet statue out of it. I assume you're like, yeah, when it gets here, I got a mold being built in my basement. I'm just gonna.
Oh, wait. He already has golden statues of himself in his foyer of his house.
Camaro Kid, it's all physical. It's all physical. Anything you get from Layer Capital is physical. They don't really do the paper. That's what we were talking about with Kevin. There's a lot of paper thing, but when you add like in Layer Capital, it's not something for Layer Capital. You can go to LayerCapital.com. But when you buy your precious metals from Layer Capital, it's actual physical metal. And yes, I can hold it. I just have to. I'm just not storing it at my house. It's physical gold. Lear does not have control of my silver, not gold, silver. They don't have control of my silver. It's in a remote location. Lear physically shipped it to the place where I wanted it shipped to. And I'm not going to say where it is, but it's a facility that
Is it at the end of the rainbow?
No, it's a facility that they have like very heavily armed guards and very heavy. It's basically like, when you go to a bank and you have a safety deposit box,
right?
It's like that, but it has it in actually no, it's not UPS. They don't ship it at UPS. It has it has it in like a facility like that, but except instead of safety deposit boxes, they have like, it's basically safety deposit boxes because they do have smaller boxes there, but they also have bigger safes.
You could just tell everybody you bought Fort Knox. I mean, the government.
No, it's not that. It's a company that specializes in storing silver.
I forget
I can
what
get it shipped to my house, but I'm not going to do that.
I want to do a sport brand. He said bury it and then make a treasure map. I always wanted to be a guy that dies and have like an old timey, have an old pirate type legacy. Have my kids like busting pictures in in the
I can't remember where, like when I walk the dog and it poos, and I'm like, yeah, I'll remember where it is to go and pick it up with the bag because I didn't bring a bag with me. Yeah, I can't find that. So if I buried it, it's gone.
I do. I am going to do it. I can't remember. You had I watched that episode that you had. What was his name? Kevin from Lear Capital on.
Yeah.
I forget what he said the minimum was, but it wasn't the amount I've got to just throw at something for fun without talking to my wife. I want to just have some gold.
Yeah, I mean they have under if you want to do under, if you're storing under, this is the way and this is not financial advice because I could be a freaking idiot and not know what the hell I'm talking about, but which is most likely the case. But if you buy under 10,000, your best bet is gold. If you buy over 10,000, your best bet is silver. And America, no, I can show up tomorrow and walk in and store it. It's basically like a giant safety deposit box, but it's actually have room for like a bunch of silver. So
he might not have caught when you were explaining that earlier. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so I mean, I can show. I mean, I have access to it. I have access to it like today. If I wanted to go drive over there today, I could drive over there today and walk in, open it up, look at it, close it back up, and walk out. So if you want to visit it, I can visit it like right away. It's not, they store other stuff too. They just don't store precious metals. They store whatever you want to store. You can store precious documents, gems. If you wanted to go load up with Funko Pops.
Precious Funko Pops.
Load it up with Funko Pops. It is basically like a giant safe deposit company, but they store whatever you want to store with guards and safes. So they have around the clock security and everything else like that. But they also have your own safe, which is you can put whatever the hell you want in there. And the guards and the company doesn't have access to that. Only you do.
You know what? There's like a whole generation that probably doesn't even know what a safety deposit box is. Never walked into I don't know if I've ever had one. I remember walking in with my parents, but don't even know that like you used to walk in a vault and there were all these tiny, right? So I'm describing it now, like tiny little lockers that you stuck a lock in. Only obviously the box.
Well, this is what it is, but it's like a big facility. It's not in a bank. It's just a facility. And there's a bunch of them around, like in every state, everything. There's facilities like this. Just a lot of people don't know about them. And you can store a lot of different things. The Winklevoss twins, for example, they have like $500 million in Bitcoin that is split up between 3 of these facilities around the country. They split up their wallet ID, and actually, I think they did it in 9 different facilities, but so they have redundancy. So in case like 2 get blown up, they still have it. And they have $500 million in Bitcoin, basically split up between these areas, which is very interesting. And it's basically like giant safety deposit boxes companies. And these companies are growing, man. If I would have thought about that, I would have got into that business. But right now it's like too late. I missed the onboarding train.
Missed the money
It's not in a
train
mountain,
before
but
stop.
some of them are in mountains of Southpaw. And my silver is like split up between like 2 different ones. But yeah, that's it. It's just something that I believe. And don't go out and buy silver because I said so. It's just something that I believe will grow faster than gold. Well, if the Fast and Furious hooked up Dodge Chargers to the vault with your silver stored, then I will have a little bit of problem. I will lose half my silver because they're stored, because it's actually my silver is in 2 different vaults. They're 2 different safes. So there is that. So you get to store the 2 different safes. But yeah, if I have some gold, but it's mostly silver. I just feel that is going to give me the best bang for the buck in the long term. Because gold's kind of high right now, and silver is like kind of like bottomed out. So I'm going to ride it back up. So yeah. And I used the free shipping from Lear Capital, and I got a bunch of free silver because of the $15,000. I'm not sure how much free silver. I look it up, but the free shipping is, freight on silver is kind of expensive. 100 pounds of silver is not exactly. You have to do freight. And they hooked me up with the freight because I don't want to be calling freight companies say, hey, can you move my 100 pounds of silver? I think it was like 105 pounds or something like that. All right, guys, that's it. We talked about silver and my investment into silver. But yeah, it's kind of cool seeing like that much silver, being able to hold like silver bars, and actually mostly coins, so like silver coins and stuff. But
That's pretty cool.
I like that.
If I'm ever in Virginia, I'm gonna roll around in the coins.
And Paul Walker doesn't come back from the grave to steal my silver. With that, we're out of here. Bye.